Welcome to Roshn Saudi League Preview 2022-2023. The big names are beginning to flex their muscles going into the international break. Off the pitch, we click with the fast-moving world of social media in around the league. And in Stats Attack, a close encounter is how to sum up Al Nassr against Al Ittihad.
Form was everything when bottom of the table Al Batten hosted Al Nassr. The home side were without a point or a goal, while the visitors had the talented Anderson Talisca leading their attack. The Sky Blues desperate to find their form, the Yellows seeking to show their style on the road.
Bright opening from Al Nassr. Konan. Abu Bakar. Al Najaid. Defence hasn't cleared it. Gustavo. A curling, dipping masterpiece. Talisca steps up. Talisca! A stroke of genius. Unstoppable. Garib gets it in. Mix up in the box. Al Salem. And Al Najai puts in the rebound. 3 goals in 40 minutes. Al Nassr cruising. Campagna. He's botched the clearance. Gustavo! Garib with the free kick! Al Nassr have their 4th. Kept it low and found the gap. Konan skips past the defender. Talisca! Would have been a 5-star finish. For a late consolation, Mohamed Najib wasn't to be. A 3rd win for Rudy Garcia with 4 fabulous goals.
Al Ittihad drew their last home game, the only time they'd dropped points so far this term. Nuno Santo and his men were eager to give their fans cause to celebrate when Al Khalij came calling, the newly promoted club still finding their feet in the top flight.
Coronado at the corner, sweeps it in. Hamdallah! 4 minutes on the clock, and he's back on the score sheet. Diving between 2 defenders. Hamdallah turns into space. Coronado. Ball over the top. Romarinho through. Douglas down. Another quick break. Hamdallah in acres of space. Has a look up. Romarinho's arriving. But can't finish. Coronado chip into the box. Douglas drops it. Hamdallah, quick turn, and a goal! The Moroccan has his brace! And his teammates love that. Lethal finish. Kiss of the badge. Al-Zarani, goes right through Al-Nashri, and it's a red card. Al-Ittihad confident at the back. Ball given away. Sikalishe a chance. Grohe the block. Applause from Nuno Santo. 2 goals from Hamdallah, and Al Ittihad march on.
Goals, saves and tackles. In Stats Attack, the numbers always stack up. On match day 5, it's a classical with plenty of edge. Al Nassr against Al Ittihad. Marsul Park is becoming a puzzle for visiting teams. The hosts, with 2 wins from their opening 2 games in Al Riyadh. But the Tigers have hunted successfully on their travels. They have maximum points away, netting 4 goals and conceding none. These old rivals have met 28 times over the years. Al Alami hold the advantage with 11 wins. Iti have recorded 9 victories with 8 games drawn. And they took all 3 points from their last 2 visits, scoring 5 times. The passionate home supporters have a new hero, Anderson Talisca. But their former star, Abdelrazak Hamdallah, has a point to prove and will seek to complete a perfect picture for the visitors. That's all from Stats Attack this week. Now for some quick-fire highlights.
Al Ta'i was seeking their 3rd win of the season when they hosted Al Fateh, whose 1 victory so far had come on the road. The home fans created a spectacle of lights, which seemed to inspire keeper Victor Braga. His long kick started a move, continued by Amir Sayoud, and almost finished by Guillaume Benza. Braga's influence continued to tell. Murad Batna had been set free on the right, and Hassan Al-Jubairi conceded the penalty. Batna took aim, but fired straight at Braga. Delight for the supporters. Their positive feelings continued after the break, Dener with a perfectly angled header, and the hosts led. They looked to have regained their confidence after the 4-0 loss at Al-Shabaab. The away side fought back. Neat control from Alex Valera, but his effort was tantalizingly wide of the target. Their hopes were fading, while the hosts were buoyed up. Nawaf Al-Khmeri forced a fine save out of keeper Jakob Rin. 1-0 it ended, and 9 points now for Al Ta'i, who had only 7 until their 11th outing last term. Vocal support for Al Ittifaq, who are out to maintain their 5-game unbeaten run against Al Raid. The visitors were a point behind the home side in the standings. The hosts had won their last home game 3-0, so when Robin Quaison scored his first goal of the season, they felt the force was with them. The Swede thanking Saeed Al Muallad for the stunning assist. Al Raid responded straight away, Julio Tavares striking the post. And then in the first half stoppage time, up leapt Karim El Berkawi to equalise. Check out the striker's delight at opening his account for the campaign. 1-1 it remained until the final minutes. Mohamed Fouzer's ferocious left foot. He and coach Marius Shumudika thrilled with the victory that saw them leapfrog Al Ittifaq. Their positive run against Al Raid was over thanks to the visitors' deadly dynamic duo. Abha hosted Al Fayha, who had just a point on the board, gained against Al Ta'awun last time out. The visitors looking to win for the first time this term. The hosts had lost their last 2 matches. They had triumphed at home in the opening round and started brightly, Saeed Hamsal testing keeper Vladimir Stojkovic. and they were still looking the likelier to score after the break. Luis Mixon went for the near post. Stojkovic took no chances. Serbian security at the back. But he faced another attack soon after. Saleh Al-Amri holding off Ali Al-Zakar. A wonderful finish. Keeper Devi Sepasi joining in the celebrations. But it wasn't to be a walk in the park for him. Antonin Wakeme with a stinging effort. And with 4 minutes remaining, Victor Ruiz picked out the Nigerian, who this time beat the Cameroonian goalie. A third draw in a row between the sides, but at least Wakeme was pleased with his maiden goal for his new club.
Later in the show, in Player versus Player, two South American stars seeking to shine. But first, it's time to check out the world of social media. Let's catch up with all the news off the pitch in around the league. Joy for Al Hilal, who won the Lusail Cup on penalties. While the skyscrapers in Doha turned blue, the players celebrated on their trip home. Well-known Saudi commentator Samir Al-Maerfi really enjoyed Odion Igalo's goal in the final. His reaction went viral. Also turning up the volume was an Al-Ittifaq fan. Interviewed just as his team scored. Staying with the side from Al Dammam, goalkeeper Paulo Victor gave some local school children a truly unforgettable day. Questions, autographs, and of course, some shots on goal. But the delight of Al Wehda player Oscar Duarte's son was something else. It doesn't happen every day to find your dad in the World Cup 2022 sticker collection. That's all for now from around the league, our digital window into the RSL world after the final whistle. Now back to the action from match day 4.
Al-Adala got off the mark last time out, securing their first point since promotion. But they faced Al-Shabaab, who'd won all 3 of their matches so far, scoring 11 goals without reply. The newly promoted side needed the home support.
Bupenza, perfectly flighted ball, Carlos Jr. His goal-scoring run continues. 3 minutes on the clock. A good first touch, and he slid it home. A dazzling smile and pumped up. Bupenza again. Another dangerous cross turns into a shot. The woodwork to the rescue. Al-Shabaab threading the passes together. Al-Zgur for the second. Mijatovic keeps the Lions at bay. Al-Shabaab on top. Santimina takes aim. Gonzalez rips it in. Angers up. So nearly the equaliser. Krikoviak. Oh, just wide. The last 10 minutes. The hosts pushing forward. Al-Haidar. Looping ball. Palacios. They needed that. Al-Shabaab's perfect start to the season continues.
Champions Al Hilal walked out to a sea of blue, sporting their new purple third kit against Al Wehda. The coaches caught the mood. Both oversaw wins last time out, and the players were all set to provide the fans with an eventful evening's entertainment.
Space in midfield, ball over the top, nowhere on the chest. And a hair's breadth away. Sweeping move. Al-Dosri in space. Al-Faraj has a look up. Marega, one touch, and finishes! The deadlock broken just before the hour mark. Thunderous effort. Pereira. Wonderful ball in behind. Al-Sharani into the path of Igalo, who slots it home. Long clearance. Space here. Abdul Hamid takes a touch. Al-Dosri, missed kick, gets a second chance. Abdul Hamid across the face of the goal. Vieto slots it home. It's as simple as that. Al-Mayouf, again the long clearance. Pereira in space. Edge of the box. And just the wrong side of the post. Dying moments, Vieto. Plenty of space. Mikael. He wants to go it alone. He is going it alone. Oh, he's put it wide. Al Hilal, 4 wins, 8 goals. And Mikael is forgiven.
Al Ta'awun looked confident as they hosted Damak with an unbeaten record and 7 points to their name. The visitors lost away last time out and were keen to rediscover the form that saw them win their first 2 outings.
Mael Son, Route 1 football. Al Nabid underneath it. What a touch! Couldn't find the shot. Al Ta'awun using the long-range artillery again. Al-Rashidi rushing through, looks inside, the cross and Tolic. Fortune favours the Wolves. Tough times for the Croatian. Damak trying to get their attack going. Sudani from range. Forced to shoot from distance. Spread out to the left. Antulic swings it in. Duarte. Textbook cross and finish from Damak. Redemption for Antulic. Kaku. Kadesh. Great chance. Time running out. Kadesh! Vital save, Zegba. Both coaches settle for a point after a hard-fought draw.
Two ball-playing South Americans, Andre Carrillo of Al Hilal and Kaku of Al Ta'awun. 213 attempted passes for the Peruvian, an incredible 85% pass accuracy. In 2 outings, the Paraguayan has attempted 45 passes, accuracy 71%. "31-year-old Carrillo is the pivot for Al Hilal going forward. Getting on the ball an astonishing 406 times in his 4 outings. With such hunger and skill, he'll surely soon be adding assists to his stats. Kaku's return from injury was a welcome relief for his teammates. Just 100 minutes played so far, and he's already set up 2 goals. He dazzles when dribbling and scores too. Both teams will want to see their playmakers shine while stifling the opposition's midfield fire. That's all from Player versus Player this week. Now let's check out the league table and the top scorers standings.
At the top, Al Ta'i and Al Nassr are pushing up on the leading 3 positions. At the other end, Al Fayha are a point above Al Khalij and the bottom 3. Carlos Jr. remains in front, but Orionigolo and Musa Marega look ominous.
We open our match day 5 previews with Al Shabab visiting Al Fayha. The Orange opened their scoring account on their second home outing and also secured their first point of the campaign. The return of Ever Banega is the icing on the cake as the leaders seek a third away win, repeating their success in Al Majmaha last season. The Knight of the South took the lead in their only home game this season, but it was a last-minute penalty that secured the 3 points. The Knight of the North began this season with an away win, but their next road trip saw them mauled in the Lions' Den. The Sons of the Palms have lost both home games so far.
عمل حركاته عمل لمساته اقوى جول محاولة تسديد الله.
They'll need to be inspired by the victory in this fixture last season. The leader of the South need to stride forward after coming close to drawing in Mecca to avenge last term's loss in Al-Assad. Both home games for the Challenge Pioneer ended in 1-0 scorelines, having a reason to celebrate only once. The Knights of the Oasis have yet to score this term, even though they picked up a point on their last away day. The Marines tried to confirm their dominance over the runners-up to them last season, but had to settle for a draw. Keeper Meshal Al-Shamari was in top form on matchday 3, but the Sky Blues suffered another 3-0 away loss. All of the Red Giants' points arrived from a sparkling victory in Mecca. Even if the winner came off a blue shirt, it was welcome nonetheless. The Commandos kept a clean sheet away to the Tigers, a well-deserved draw to build on ahead of their upcoming road trips.
On match day 5, Damak meet Al Ta'i. Al Ettifaq are at Al Wehda. Al Hilal welcome Al Ta'awun, while Al Nassr host Al Ittihad in the Classical.
Next time, the strikers will be jousting over #1 slot in the scoring charts. Join us then for the best of the exciting world of RSL. Roshn Saudi League Preview 2022-2023.